Good morning, everyone. Today, we will be discussing a group of parasitic organisms that significantly impact human health. Trematodes, also known as flukes. These are flatworms that can infect various parts of the body, such as the liver, lungs, blood, and intestines. Trematodes are commonly transmitted through the consumption of contaminated water or undercooked aquatic animals like fish or crabs. Once inside the human body, they can cause serious infections and long-term health problems. One of the most well-known diseases caused by trematodes is chlorhydriasis, which will be the main disease we focus on this report. Let's begin by looking deeper into this disease.
Thank you, Abby. So, one clinically important disease caused by trematodes is chlorhydriasis. This condition is caused by a liver fluke called Chlorhydriasis sinensis. People usually get infected when they eat raw or undercooked freshwater fish that carry the larvae of this parasite. Once ingested, the larvae travel to the liver and bile ducts, where they mature and live for years. Infected individuals may experience symptoms such as fatigue, abdominal discomfort, indigestion, and in severe cases, liver damage. Long-term increase the risk of developing cholangiocarcinoma, or bile duct cancer. This disease is common in East and Southeast Asia, particularly in countries like China, Korea, and Vietnam, where eating raw fish is part of their traditional cuisine.
Now, let's look at who is most at risk. Certain groups of people are more vulnerable to trematode infection like chlorhydriasis. Women, especially in rural communities, are at risk due to their daily activities involving water collection, cleaning, and preparing fish. These roles expose them to contaminated water or infected fish. Children are also highly vulnerable. They often play in rivers and ponds, unknowingly exposing themselves to the parasite's life stages. Since their immune systems are still developing, they are more likely to suffer serious health effects. Manual laborers, particularly fishermen and farmers, face high risk as well. Their work frequently involves contact with freshwater environments where trematodes thrive. With limited access to healthcare or parasites education, infections in these communities often go untreated.
Trematode infections come in different forms, and one of the most common is the intestinal type. Intestinal trematodiasis happens when parasites infect the digestive system. These infections can cause a variety of symptoms like abdominal pain, diarrhea, and chronic malnutrition. One notable example is intestinal schistosomiasis caused by a blood fluke. In this disease, the parasite's egg become trapped in the walls of the intestine, causing inflammation, tissue damage, and in severe cases, even obstruction or ulcers. If left untreated, the condition can become chronic and affect absorption, especially in children. These intestinal infections are particularly serious in areas with poor sanitation, where people are more likely to come into contact with contaminated water or soil.
Fortunately, trematode infection can be prevented and controlled through a combination of strategies. First, avoiding contact with contaminated water, especially in non-endemic areas, is crucial. Communities should be educated to cook freshwater fish truly and avoid raw dishes that may carry larvae. Improving sanitation and hygiene, such as using clean toilets, hand washing, help reduce the spread of parasite eggs in the environment. Another strategy is controlling the snail population, which are intermediate hosts of many trematodes. This can be done by applying molluscicide while alternating the water environment to make it less favorable for snail breeding.
Finally, health programs may implement mass drug administration or MDA, where medicine is given to entire at-risk communities to eliminate existing infections and stop transmission. In conclusion, conclusion, trematode infections like chronic may seem hidden and neglected, but they pose serious health risks, especially in vulnerable populations. Through proper education, prevention, and treatment, we can significantly reduce their impact on public health.